Hi everybody, it's Peter the Potter. We're getting ready to do this waxing of the pots demonstration. It's not a great big deal, but I'll show you what I basically do. What we basically do is we have a very nice pot here. Let me turn this viewer around so I can see what I'm talking about here. We have this pot that we actually made these a couple of weeks ago, and these are the tankard size mugs. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the wax by putting the one edge down and setting it into the wax gently. We don't want it to go glug, and once we get it down in the wax, we turn it for about 10 seconds. Get the wax to cover the bottom of the pot, and that's basically it. Let it drain a little. Go. It's going to start to dry up on us here pretty quick, and you can now see the pot is waxed. And then what we have here is another piece, and I'll show you this real quickly. It's a covered jar with an inside lid. We do lids. We don't do inside lids, excuse me. We do outside lids, and the lid is designed to go around the pot, and it's grooved to fit in the pot. And when it sets down on the pot, what we eliminate here is the glazing line, the break between the pot and the glaze. So what we're going to do on this pot real quick is we're going to wax it and show you the process. Oh, here's one that's interesting because I usually always sign my work, and this is a pot that isn't signed. I've got the permanent pencil that resists cone 10. So I'm going to sign Dennis Pitter on this pot. The year it was made, 09, and we're going to write Maggie Valley, North Carolina, North Carolina, and then we're going to put on USA. And I'm going to put my mark on here. I much prefer to mark it into the piece, but this will suffice. Dennis Pitter, then you can see the Maggie Valley, North Carolina in the margin. We do that on all our pots. Okay, we're going to wax this pot now real quickly. Gently put it in. This particular wax pan, the further over you go, the more wax there is in the pan, so I'll slide this down till I hit the edge of the wax here, and I'll turn it around to keep the glaze off the bottom of the pot. Now that's looking nice. What I'll do now is I'm going to set this pot aside, and I'm going to wax the lid right here, and we have a nice Sumier brush here that's got a real cracked situation here. So many years ago we've put this in the wax, and it's become a wax brush. We do a lot of decorating with it. Basically put the wax inside the inside of the lid, go round and round, and I try to cover it almost all the way up to the bottom of where the indentation is, and I get it around there real nice. Okay, that's completed now. Wax the inside, and then we have one more step to do on this. We have to wax the top here. So right here is we're just going to dip this in just slightly, and that's pretty much it. Just a little bit of wax around the rim, and then we'll take one of our other brushes, or we'll take that Sumier brush, and we'll slightly do the inside of the pot just to get it a little bit past the rim. Alrighty, so now we have the inside of the pot done slightly, the outside, and then up on the rim, just a little tiny bit. And if this was like glaze right now, this is bisque and this is wax. And what we have now is we have the lid and the top waxed. And watch what happens when we put them together. You're going to see that the wax goes away. You don't see the wax, which means that when you glaze this pot, there won't be any readout of the clay between the lid and the top. I basically make all my pots that way. I don't like inside lids because of the transition of the glaze to the color of the pot or clay, and then back to the color of the clay, and then back onto the piece again. So this gives a more continuity to the glaze as it's applied to the pot, and when it's finished, you should not see the glaze at all until you take the lid off. Okay? We have inside the pots, I don't know if we can see that inside or not, or this one here, there's swirls in the top as we make it, which is a gesture that we do to try to make it look handmade, and we put that in as we're coming up off the wheel head. Too much information. That's my glazing process. That's my waxing process, and we'll go on to the glazing process. Pitter the Potter, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. See you on the next clip.